Hey everybody, it's Mr. Stanley here, and I'm here to give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to record and share recordings and alter or change your recordings so that you can create your podcast. So, two things that you need if you've not already installed GarageBand. Please make sure that you've either updated it or reinstalled it onto your iPad. And then we're also going to use this other app, which should already be installed no matter what on all iPads, which is called Voice Memos. So we're going to use that primarily first, and then we'll share and edit through GarageBand. That's my recommendation, but some of you might find a different way to go about it. But I really would appreciate it if you use those two apps. Those seem to work best to share and collaborate on ideas. So let's start with Voice Memos. Voice Memos, as you can see, looks something like this. Here are my voice recordings up to this point. Obviously, I can share with other people my voice recordings. That's going to come into play. And then saving them or moving them to a particular folder, that's also going to come into play here. You do have the capability to edit the recordings that you have here, but most of the editing that's done here would be either the playback speed, which would be like this, the playing it back, but enhancing the recording could make it sound a little bit better. But in order for us to achieve either a deeper voice or a higher pitched voice, GarageBand seems to be the easiest way to do this. So let's head back to this screen, and I want you to notice that there's a record button. As soon as you hit record button, you can record your voice, and you can see how loudly the recordings get and how long the recording is here. Suggestion for you, you can always trash what you want. You can have as many takes as you like on your recording once you go to record your voice, whether you are the host or hostess, or if you're pretending to be a character. And then as soon as you're done and you have a final recording, you should be very specific about renaming it. You can simply just click on it and edit the recording. It might say Lavelli Field because it thinks we're on the football field. It's not really been updated on location. But you can edit that anyway, but be specific. So if you are like if your name is Eric and you are doing the you're doing the character interpretation of Turtle, right? And you want to say Eric's version of Turtle or Eric's Turtle answers. And then that would be here so that whoever's editing, as you edit, you'll know exactly who the character is, who did it, and who actually recorded it so that they can edit it so it doesn't get confused. Don't put a number, don't put a date, don't just put your first name. Be very specific of who you are that's speaking and then who is the character or your role in the podcast. So once that's done, you should be able to share this. And one way to do that is to go to the Share button. And when you go to the Share On icon, I've found that the easiest way to share, which I'm giving you permission to do it with just this project, is AirDrop. And if you need help or need some assistance in airdropping, please either see a partner or someone in your group or even myself, and I can help you airdrop it. But before you airdrop it, you probably want to save it to your files so that it's organized correctly. So I'm going to click on Save to Files. And as you can see, I've already kind of organized this. I have my cloud drive, my iPad. And on my iPad, I want to put that in the GarageBand operating system. And I want to put that in a file called GarageBand File Transfer. That's going to mean that whatever I open up before I share it with my friend or somebody in my group, it's going to end up as a GarageBand file, and then that way it's going to be easier to put into GarageBand. So click on Save after you have named your recording and you've gone to the file transfer and you've put it in GarageBand operating system. Then click Save. So after you do that, then you can AirDrop that recording to that person. Then that way it's on your GarageBand and it's been airdropped to someone else. So let's take a look at GarageBand quickly. If this screen pops up for you, to get to the main home screen of GarageBand, you'll hit the plus. That allows you to make a new podcast. Primarily, we're going to be using Voice Recorder, and if you touch on Voice Recorder, it opens up the app. If you're a first-time user and you don't have any other projects, this screen will pop up, and as you can see, it's actually measuring my voice and how loud I am. You can, or you do have the ability to alter your voices in this particular way. You can change the voices to however you want them to sound through GarageBand, but having the voice memo is the easiest way. Using this voice memo, using the voice memo is easier than doing it through here, I have found, although you might want to try it differently. So I want to go up here to these top screens up here so that I can get an idea. Oops, I'm so sorry. Let's go back to my song here. New, okay, audio recorder, good. And then once I go here, I want to tap on this icon right here, which tells me it's a project, and it will show you what the project looks like. So from here, obviously I had robot on there, but I don't need to have robot on there. I can always just hit plus. That gives me a new line of audio. So when I do click on this, it's going to give me a new line of audio, and I can hit record. Now, as I hit record, and I'll keep that from recording, as I've hit record, it will record and it will show you how long each piece is. Okay, and when somebody, and then this could be, you know, you as the editor, you can edit and put the voices in how you want them to go, starting with 1 second all the way to 3 minutes of your podcast or 2 minutes of your podcast. When someone shares an audio with you, it will appear in this little loop icon, and when you click on the loop icon, it should give you some available loops to choose from. But I like to go to the files because that's what's been dropped to me. So as you can see, these are the ones that have been either dropped to me or I've created. And to put these files into my my palette, my project, I simply just click and hold on the object and drag it into a line. Now, at which point you can edit this to make it to alter the voice. So to alter this voice called Lavelli Field, I can simply touch the this button correct up here. It has the little equalizer. And I want to go to plugins and equalizer. And when I click on that, now I'm able to edit what kind of plugin I want this to be. So I want to go to edit, and I want to add some effects. So my first plus I'm going to add is this vocal transformer. And the vocal transformer allows me to make the pitch really high, like a chipmunk, and then I can format it to make it slower or faster. And you can also add other effects as well with this. So when you go to the effect, you can edit it to make something else. I have not explored a lot of these, but there's different echoes and reverbs and distorted voices if that's what you wish to do for this project. Okay, and then as an editor or editors, one person would have the file that would be edited, and they would kind of be like your main editor. That person then would edit all the files and then basically make a final copy of this project by by going here, and then at that point this person would be able to upload that project to Google Classroom to turn it in. So when I go back to my little song here, just so you know that when you do any of these, always keep in mind that you need the audience or whoever hears the voice that you've changed needs to be able to hear the voice. So yes, it's funny to change names and the speed of the names, but if people can't understand your answers, then you might lose some points from people that are grading your podcast. So That's basically how to take record your own voice, download it to your iPad, share it with others, and then this is kind of the beginnings on how to edit your work and move things around and change your voices. So good luck, happy editing, happy recording, and if you have any questions, try to work and solve on them as you go.